Wow, how lovely it is right here by the River Als. The fields are really something and the views are so special. We treat each other well and we take our time. We set things in motion. We create our own opportunities and there's room for big and small. Children playing and adults who know how important that is. Good neighbourly relations are part of the region's special DNA, and if you want to, you can become part of the community in an instant. It's easy to feel at home, and you're lucky if you are. Sønderborg Municipality is an area characterised by history. Half of its citizens live outside the three big cities, and the area exudes a belief in community. When we moved here, they knocked on the door and said welcome, and then you just got a bottle of wine and people stopped on the way and rolled down the window and said, "Hey, welcome, who are you? What's your name?" Immediately you were invited into people's homes. It's just something the area offers. And the neighbourhood, we have such a close relationship together. We have an amazing neighbourhood. Our closest neighbour, the kids think of him as their backup uncle or granddad. The relationship is just so close. Everyone does what they can, which also means that there are a lot of us who benefit. Because when everyone gives, everyone also receives. And that is the essence of the community, to provide for each other. The unity out here, we heard, was really good. Yeah, and we've actually been really surprised by how good it actually was. How much people contribute and how much they help. I love being here. The area is blessed with wonderful nature, both the wild and that which calls for complete immersion and deep breathing. I think just the freedom and the nature, and that we are close to the family. We live close by each other and we can freely cycle on the streets. We greet everyone we meet. The local community we have, I think that means a lot. Life as a child is great because you always have someone to play with. Well, I grew up in a time when you didn't have to call each other. You didn't have to text each other. You'd take your bike, ride down the street and ask if anyone wanted to play. If nobody wanted to play, you went to the local sports ground or to the school playground. Then within 10 minutes, you'd be ready to start a kickball match. Beaches surround the whole area. The forests are wild and lush. There are paths for those good long walks or for those short strolls to the neighbours who immediately fetch another garden chair and are ready to gather around the barbecue. There's an abundance of laughing kids and bikes that you can hear rushing down to the beach to jump into the water. The splash and the sails you can hear from the traffic by the waterside. You can hear the flapping of the sails. It's like one big television where you can look out towards life. There is 258 kilometers of coastal nature surrounding the entire municipality. It is around Als, it is around Sønderborg, where we are now. That means that wherever we are in the municipality, we are very close to the ocean. The area focuses on sustainable tourism. Nature calls for just that, but the lifestyle is also about being in tune with your surroundings. The villages are full of people who create what they say they will. When they want to do something, they make sure it becomes a reality. We know each other in the village. We have a good team spirit and many volunteers. You feel that if you need help, there is always somebody ready to help. We all know each other. We know each other's children. We know each other's parents. So if Junior is out for a bike ride and he falls and hurts himself, I have no doubt that someone will pick him up just to give him a band-aid and then to send him in the direction of home. You always have help, wherever you need it. If you need to have something moved, a board on the roof replaced, there is always help at hand. We think we live in the best place one can live in. We lack absolutely nothing, and we don't miss anything. And should we ever be in need, everything is close by anyway. Both the even bigger cities and even all of Europe towards the south. And here we just have an ultra-fast fiber internet, 1,000 megabytes. It is the community. It is full of life. It is full of nature. It is full of water. It is full of landscape. It's a great place to be. I really like living in southern Jutland. I feel really good about living in Sønderborg Municipality, and I feel really good about living in a rural area. Our kids have had a great upbringing. We have really good relationships with our neighbours. We feel safe and we don't feel restricted. We also have cultural experiences. We have clubs like these, some have sports clubs, some have riding clubs, and some play golf. There's actually a much richer range of experiences out here than you might imagine if you come from a big city. So I wouldn't move to Copenhagen or Aarhus, even if I got paid for it. I will never go to another part of the country because I want to stay here on Als. We believe in each other, and we're happy to live here. If you drop by, we think you'll be envious. And should you feel it, we're ready to welcome you. Here, there is space for plenty and opportunity for more.